Hey everyone, it's Olivia here for my cast-off crew video. I don't actually have a lot of the things that I finished, so I'm going to have to just include pictures of them, which is fine because I actually just took some really nice pictures of some of the things that I've been finishing, but I do have a few. So if you'll recall from my last video, I've been incredibly swamped with orders lately, which is good, and it's right kind of at the peak of what I can actually finish in a reasonable amount of time. So there's this one order that I have for 10 headbands, and so I have totally finished 2 of them. This is what they're going to look like. She's going to put some extra gemstones and stuff in the center, so she doesn't want a button or anything there. But so I finished 2, flower and all, and then just the headband part, I finished 3 more. And I'm over halfway done with another one. They go really quick. I just have to pace myself with them because working with black yarn is not my favorite. As I'm sure many of you can attest to. I know that Jan was talking about that recently, that she doesn't like working with black, and especially crocheting with black yarn. It's so irritating because you can't really see what you're doing unless you have good lighting. But these are all made out of red heart. I've washed them already, so they're reasonably soft. I'm not a fan of red heart super saver, to say the least. It's putting it mildly, but when people want acrylic, I guess it's just, I'm not gonna go out there and spend $7 a skate on some acrylic yarn. I'm just gonna go with, I got this ginormous black thing, but now I'm kind of worried that this thing, I haven't used very much of it, so I'm a little worried that I'm going to have a lot of yarn left over, which is something that I definitely don't want to have, because I just don't know what I'd use it for. So yeah, I have to finish the stars on these guys, and then, or the flower, I guess I should say, and then I have to do the rest of the bands, and then I have a hat, too, for a little boy. So maybe I will use the whole thing. I'm hoping so. I don't like to waste yarn, so I won't just throw it away, obviously, but I just don't really want it around. And the red, here it is. The red, if you're interested, is Lion Brand. It's their new stuff. I think it's Heartland. So I actually have quite a few different kinds of this right now because a bunch of people have been asking for orders, and it's one of those more expensive acrylics that I was talking about. The other thing I'm working on, since I don't have my other finished objects, is a hat. So, again, if you'll recall from previous videos, I have this person who's been ordering stuff from me on Etsy, and my understanding is this person has told their child, who is expecting their own child, that they are making all of the stuff that I'm sending to them, which doesn't really bother me. In fact, it's almost a good thing for me, because now every time they request something, she's gonna have to come to me, because I don't know if this person knits, I don't know if they crochet, but they've been ordering both types of things, so I'm just thinking, man, you're digging yourself in a hole right now. But if that's what they want to say, I mean, whatever. But so I knit a baby hat of this exact yarn, and their child wanted a hat like this for them and their significant other. So I still have to do 2 pairs of booties, 3 hats, and a blanket for this person. Which the blanket, wow, sorry, my throat is getting kind of froggy. The blanket is being crocheted. It's done in this pretty kind of sage color and a rose and then an ivory. And I'll put a picture of the pattern picture at the end. I don't have a picture of what I've done so far. I'm about halfway done with the body, and then I'll have to do the border. But I think so far it looks really great, and I can't imagine it going south for some, it'll look great, and I'm excited about it. I think she'll really like it. And then I have an order for these headbands that I had to get cleared up by the end of November, so I'm going to kind of be refocusing on the headband, I think, over the weekend so that I can get everything done. And then I also have an order for 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hats. So I have a lot to do. But I can do it. It'll get done. It'll just take some work. You know, whatever. That's all, everything I have here. I just finished 2 hats. That's what I finished. I know a lot of people have been posting videos from their Michaels haul. So Michaels had this really good sale over the weekend where, sorry, all of their yarn was on sale. And then they had a 25% coupon that worked on everything, including sale items. So I stocked up on a lot of really nice Michaels yarn. So I got a lot of their cozy wool, which is a really bulky. It says super bulky, but I would consider it just a chunkier bulky because it calls for US 11s. Normally, when I think super bulky, I think 13 to 15 to 17, depending on how big. Anyway, so it called for 11, and I got a lot of that because it was fairly inexpensive, and it's a nice blend. It's a 50-50 wool acrylic, and I like wool acrylic blends because I really like wool, but it does get kind of scratchy, so the acrylic base helps make it softer. And I got that in a bunch of pretty colors, and I got some Charisma because that was on sale for $1.99 plus the 25% off, so it was kind of just crazy. Also, good news. Yesterday, sorry, I'm just playing with a knitting needle, don't mind me. Yesterday, I took the last of my basic skills test for the education program, so it was the math test, and I had failed it twice, which is pretty frustrating to say the least, because I'm not a math person, and so you take the test, and you find out right away that you fail, but you never get to see the test. So I never got to see what I was doing wrong. And the questions scale a wide variety of math because Minnesota has some of the best schools in the whole country. I think we're tied for second with like New Hampshire or something. I think Vermont or New Hampshire is one, and then we're tied with one of those guys for second. So we have very high standards, and our teacher licensure exams are no exception. Most teacher licensure exams test you at a high school senior level, whereas we're getting tested at a college junior level. So it's demanding, and for someone who's not good at math, it's stressful to not see what I'm doing wrong. If you want study materials, you have to pay Pearson X number of dollars to get a practice test, which just gives you the answer key in the test. It doesn't tell you how to do it. And it was really hard for me. Luckily, my boyfriend is good at math. Thank you, Ian. And so I got through it finally. Yay, I passed. The testing lady was pretty happy for me. I think she felt kind of bad. Because the reading and the writing one, that actually trips up most people. Most people in my program struggle with the writing test. I passed both of those the first time with flying colors. I did very well. But when it came to the math, that's what stuck me. It's ridiculous. I'm getting tested on geometry, slope intercept form, just basic math reasoning type problems. So, averages, and all of this has to be done without a calculator. So I had to do percentages and dividing things and all of that without a calculator, which is ridiculous. In no math class ever are you not allowed to have a calculator anymore. So all of that was really fun, as you can probably tell. And on top of that, winter has struck, which I don't mind. So that's not me complaining, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it. It's been really cold. We've had a serious cold snap. It's been under 30 degrees for the last almost week, and it's not supposed to warm up until Thanksgiving at the earliest. We might set the new state record for most days under 32 in November, so that's exciting. I think that's everything. If you're wondering, this is just a state high school golf sweatshirt. I don't know about other states, but at in Minnesota, when you go to state and sport, they have sweatshirts that you can buy if you're participating, and they're the most comfortable thing ever. So, and really warm. It's 20, let's see, it's 20 something today, and I wasn't even wearing a coat, and I went outside and I walked to class in this, and I was fine. But I guess the wind chill was kind of, I was cold, but I wasn't unbearably cold. But that's how people, that's how people are in Minnesota. Oh, it's 20 degrees outside. Let's go outside in a sweatshirt. I'm fine. You know, we're tough people. Is it going to tell me? Oh, it's only 16 degrees, and let's see. The wind chill is 0. So it's 16, but it feels like 0 because of the wind. And anyone that lives in a cold state will understand the whole wind chill thing. So it's a lovely day out. Very sunny. So I hope you guys are well. I'll post those pictures at the end for you. So thanks. Bye.
Oh, my friends, I've begun to worry right where I should be grateful, I should be satisfied. Oh, my heart, I would clap and dance in place. With my friends I have so much pleasure to embrace. But my heart is returned to Sister Winter.